Bonitas, Armani just did something everybody despises, and that is reformulate their iconic Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So I'm gonna be doing an in-depth review, wear test, letting you guys know all the tea on this, and we're gonna put them side by side. Let's see how this goes for us. So we're gonna start off by putting on the original one on this side of the face. Now, Bonitas, I'm recovering from being sick, so if you hear my voice a little off, that's why. So I have here the shade 6, and this is in the original formula. This has always been my go-to shade in this formula. This is a very, very lightweight consistency. I will say my skin looks great after days and days of not wearing makeup. Okay, so the original formula is famous for its second skin-like feel. It also gives a silky formula, which you guys can see, just such a silky, pretty finish. It's a medium and buildable coverage. I think one of the main reasons why people love this so much is because of that gorgeous silky finish. It just feels very luxurious. Now, what people don't love so much about this foundation is that it does retail for $69. The price does stay the same in the foundation. Thank goodness. I can't imagine it going any higher. Like, por favor. But also, it's steep, okay? So it's not a cheap foundation. But I am just applying this all over. Every time I apply this, I remember why everybody loves it. Like, it just truly is like a second skin type of foundation. Very beautiful, very skin-like, just very youthful. This is the shade 6 with the original. You could add a little bit more if you wanted to build up, because there is still a little bit of redness peeking through right there. Now, I do feel like this foundation can pull a little yellow, but it blends very beautifully and seamlessly with the rest of the products. Now, this one doesn't have any of like the fancy skincare ingredients benefits. This is just like a fully, truly makeup base type of foundation. This one also does have 40 shades, and it gives you a satin luminous finish. So here is the original. We're gonna move on to the new formula. So the new formula comes in same packaging, except this is more of like a glossy packaging. This is kind of more like, I don't want to say it's matte, but like frosted. So the packaging does change a little bit. Now, they both are in the shade 6. So I do want to show you, Bonitas, like the comparison, because I do feel like there is a little bit of a difference in shade, even though they are the same. It could also be because the new foundation is very skincare, like ingredient based, so that can kind of change the color a little bit. So I'm gonna start off with the shade 6 in the original Armani Luminous Silk on this side. Then I'm gonna take the new Armani Luminous Silk. Something else I will say is that I feel like the old Armani Luminous Silk was a little bit more lightweight. The new one is more creamy. So this is the new one. This is the old one. You can see the shade does look a little different. Interesting though that the new one is a little bit more of a creamier consistency than the old one. The old one was definitely much more of like that feather weight or feather light type of consistency. So let's go ahead and pump this out, and we're gonna put it right here, just basically all over the cheek. And I'm gonna take another brush and blend it out. I will say this one is more so true to neutral in my opinion. It's not too yellow like the original formula. My dog always decides to start squeaking his toy as soon as I start filming. He's an attention seeker. He's like, what? Me? Okay, so I'm just going to blend this all out. It blends very seamlessly. Even though it is a little bit of a creamier consistency, it doesn't feel heavy. Like, it still blends very effortlessly. It feels very skin-like. I would say, based on all the research I've done, the biggest difference is definitely that this one is skincare ingredient based. The original wasn't. There's also 44 shades in this. The original one had 40 shades. The new one also claims to wear for up to 24 hours, something that the old one didn't. Also, it does contain niacinamide. Okay, so here I have the new version, and here I have the old version. So you can see how they look immediately after applying both of them on. They both do look very beautiful. I will say, I do feel like this one, you can definitely see like the glow a little bit more from the new one. The original one kind of like sets a little bit more skin-like, but it's not like a lot of glow. It's just like a little bit more glow than this one right here. And also, like I mentioned, the new one does feel creamier. The old one felt a little bit more liquidy, more runny when you pump it out of the bottle. This one feels a little bit better. They both feel a little sticky. It feels like less sticky than this one. This one I just feel like, it feels like tacky, like makeup sticky. But I do feel like both applied really beautifully onto the skin. Now I do have oily skin, but during the winter I do like a foundation. King. Both sides look very beautiful, but we'll have to do this wear test and see how they both end up turning out, because right now this is just the beginning. You know, we're not gonna know how this does until later. But as for color, I do feel like this one looks better, and also coverage. I don't know why, I feel like this one you can still see some of my rosacea. Like I feel like it looks a little pinkier in there, like because of the rosacea. This one I feel like gave me more coverage. What do we think? I'll also do a natural lighting clip, so just stay tuned for that. To give Mis Bonitas my first impressions on the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation so we can begin this wear test. Okay, so here we have the foundation side by side. This is the new Armani Luminous Silk and this is the old one. And well, okay, so they're both called Luminous Silk, but I'm just realizing the new one is called the Perfect Natural Glow Foundation and the old one is called Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. There's something to look into, but here's what they look like side by side. I will say, after some time of applying the products on the skin, I do feel like the new one looks a little bit more like I am wearing makeup. The old one looks more like skin, like true skin. Now that I'm really observing it, I do feel like, and not in a bad way that I'm wearing makeup, it just looks, you know, like I have on makeup. This one kind of could pass as skin, the old one, but they both feel equally lightweight. This one doesn't feel heavier or anything like that, even though it is a creamier formula. My dog, he just has to let everybody know he's here too. As for the color, I think this side is a better match. I didn't apply any powder to the cheeks or the forehead, any of that. I really just want to see how this does on its own. Now it is 8 a.m. So we're starting this day bright and early, and this is what we have going on. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, one more thing I do want to mention. Everything on both sides went on beautifully. My bronzer, my concealer, my blush, like everything applies very well with either or, so you don't have to worry about one looking better or worse. So I'll go ahead and carry on with the rest of my day. End of the day, for my final thoughts, let you guys know how they compare. Did Armani nail this or did they flop with it? So I'm gonna give you guys my honest thoughts, because you guys know $69 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So I'm here to tell you what my in-depth thoughts are on this. Also, there will be links that you guys can check out if you want to check out any of the products that I'm wearing on the face right now. I'll have everything linked down below para ustedes. So yeah, keep watching, bonitas. Bonitas, I am back with glasses on because my contacts were drying out. So I was like, it's time to take these off. It's also 8:35 p.m. We've been wearing this for the entire day, bonitas. So on this side, we have the new Armani Luminous Silk, and on this side, we have the old Armani Luminous Silk, the OG. So what are we thinking? Old, new. I feel like the new one has more so of a glowier finish, which you can see. The old one also does have a glow, but I feel like it really becomes like very skin-like. Like it's like skin right there. I'm not seeing a huge difference. I do honestly also prefer the colors of the new one. I feel like the new one, the colors are more true, in my opinion, to tone. I feel like the old one lacked that a little bit, but the new one, the colors are just really, really good. I will say though, I feel like longevity wise, they both do really well. Like the new one does really well. It's still on in place. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. It looks like good skin. And you guys know the original one, but I feel like there's not a huge difference. So in my opinion, I think that Armani did a really good job of reformulating it and not messing it up. I feel like it's still good. I feel like if anything, it got better for colors. I think that's a really good thing. But as for the formula, I'm not seeing a huge difference. But with that being said, what I will say is be mindful that the new formula doesn't feel as lightweight and liquidy as the original one. So the new one is more creamy, and it may be because of those ingredients, those skincare ingredients, but the old one felt much more lightweight. This one is much creamier. So just keep those things in mind. But overall performance and color wise, I do really like what the new one is doing. I feel like it looks really nice on the skin. It gives a gorgeous glow. I do feel like the people that will love this the most are people that love very natural makeup, people that love a more glowy finish, and people that want just kind of like a medium buildable coverage. You're not looking for intense coverage, anything like that. You just want something to look natural and very like effortless and lightweight on the face. So those are pretty much all my thoughts. Let me know which one you think looks better, the new one, the old one, or you think they look the same. What are your thoughts? Will you check this out? I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know to continue doing estos videos para ustedes. And with that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very soon. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. And subscribe. Please subscribe. That helps the channel out tremendously. Adios.